Good morning. I have just a couple quick messages. Today's a very hard day for me. I was at the emergency vet till about midnight. And my doggie's been hospitalized or just admitted, so I didn't get to come home with him, which is hard for me because he's my emotional support animal. And I've been sitting with this overnight, obviously, and today and everything, and the universe knows, like, everybody in my life knows that I can handle all things, you know? Nobody is free in life of adversity and challenge, but the way that we behave through those events is what determines how we can transcend them and let them either sharpen you or dull you. And I've had to become, throughout my life, very good at that. And it's sort of like this master test is how I'm feeling it, because if there's one thing that the universe can take from me that could dismantle me, it would be the dog. It would be my dog. And it's particularly challenging because I'm very in tune with him and attuned to him, and he's been having a slew of tiny issues for months. And I asked them to do blood work a couple months ago now, and he was overweight, and so he's been losing weight. And I know for a fact that this has been going on for a long time now, and that my intuition was correct. And the vet at the time said that if he's fine, you know, he's been masking. My dog's been masking his behavior. He's such a happy little guy. But he is diabetic and was entering early stage diabetic ketoacidosis, which can be fatal. I've learned a lot about this. Universe has a very strange way of aligning events in people's lives. And it feels very timely to have something that feels so urgent and so pressing, because not only was it, I shared this in one of my most recent videos, I'm under a lot of stress as it is, and I haven't gotten the most sleep. And just being there last night, thinking about it, it's also going to be like, you know, an immense financial burden. Like thousands and thousands of dollars, and that is never easy for anybody when these things are unexpected. And yet I have back-to-back days at work, and I'm in performance mode. And I'm watching myself from the wise mind handle these events as they're transpiring. And I would love to call them and check in, but no news is good news, and they haven't called me, and I am not able to disrupt myself and get involved with it until I'm finished with what I'm doing for the day. But I was driving this morning, and when I'm stressed, I crave vices, right? When we get stressed out and we're not able to be mindful, I like to smoke cigarettes. And my guides this morning were like, today is the day you quit. And I was like, today is definitely not the day I quit. Today's the day I go through, a whole pack, because I'm in this space. But as I was driving in, just like having meditative conversation in my mind with my higher self and the angels, it was like, this is, if you think about ideas around forged by fire, or like a person going through challenge, they are not the same person at the end of that challenge. When we are able to get closer to ourselves through the hard things that challenge us, then we change through the challenges, but for the better. And it's almost like my guides and what the timeline shift post-eclipse has done is like, you have the option now to level up through this challenge, like tack on to the struggles that you're going through and the concern and like the hurt in my heart, that my dog not being good. Like, I got home last night, I was absolutely depleted on like every level, and I immediately went to go look for him to hold him. And he wasn't there, obviously. And my cat is strictly a look upon. She's very touchy. She doesn't like to be held. So I just sat there and I stared at her, hoping her beauty would fortify me the way that his love does, and it kind of worked. She's very pretty, but it's different. And it's like I was driving this morning thinking that I need to pull energy. I needed to pull energy through my body to feel energized, to feel like myself. The depletion, I got some sleep, that's good. because I did not the night prior on Thursday. I was thinking about what smoking would be doing, and it's just taking my breath away, and I need to be pulling breath and energy into the body. And I didn't have cigarettes, I was passing a gas station, and I was like, I could go get some, and a robin flew across the hood of my car, almost as if I was gonna hit it. I was like, bird, no. But it was like keeping me from making the turn into the gas station. And there's just so much intensity. It feels like this like high ultimate test around even more chaos to the existing stressors that I have been going through recently, so that there's no other option. There's no other option but to sink into the truth of each moment and only focus on that which is in front of me and have the faith that things are going to resolve. I'm turning this into a collective message because I know that this is collective energy and that it's going to be reflecting in the individuals' lives differently. This is just what's happening to me, but the way that I'm handling it will be transferable advice. And there are certain things in life that the universe would like you to do, that the universe would like to provide you with, or people that the universe from a higher vantage point knows that are beneficial for you, or not, or things like on your soul's path, the reason why your soul came here. Like, there are certain aspects of my destiny that I cannot get away from, and yet I've pushed them off because I've been resolving my own karmic, integration. I've been trying to understand and allow myself to, forgive myself for certain things and just accept worthiness and deservingness around certain things that I'm supposed to rise into. And we can self-sabotage and delay certain things. And I feel like my guides are telling me that right now I'm supposed to collapse a bunch of other stuff while this is happening. And it's almost like it's connected, it's mutually exclusive, in that in order to be able to handle this, I have to completely finish the delays that I am becoming just very aware of at this time, being able to see how I have given myself the runaround when it's almost like it's like a levels to a video game. If you know where the exit to the next level is, but you're not ready to make that pass, all you can do, or that transition, or you don't know how to do that final jump up to the next thing, then you're limited to the space and the territory that's on the level that you're on. And I think that there are many things that, in terms of, blind spots and what I've been talking about in the readings lately, for me, this event is helping them crystallize the whole energy of the past 2-3 days and today. It's like tower moment energy. And we have free will. It's up to you whether or not you want to heed the guidance from the universe and step up to again with releasing while new things come in. Sometimes you don't have a choice, right? Sometimes when a new thing enters your life, be it a person or a new habit that you do release, right? We do have to release and bring in simultaneously. And I'm also feeling it's an interesting time right now because a lot of people, with what I said before about becoming either more sharpened or more dull, the natural inclination is in a lot of cases to kind of shut down and push things away when they are too much for us to handle. But there's nothing that the universe will put in front of you, or that living your life will lead you to, that you can't handle. The very fact that you're in front of any given situation at any given moment, handling it in that situation, is a testament to that, because that is the moment when you, without even knowing how, right, show yourself how you navigate that space. The universe, if you can trust it enough, will show you how to go. And a lot of people, if they're dealing with something and they feel like I'm so blessed and I have so many people who want to help me. I have people that love the dog and care. But it's very interesting because it almost highlights how alone I feel in it, because it is my dog, it's my responsibility. That's going to be my bill to pay. And it doesn't mean, when you think about that and it's like, well, I know that because this is in front of me, I am meant to navigate this challenge and that this is part of my path. The emotions that come with that, like the anger, like the trying to trace the lineage and the link of why you're even in a certain situation, that is the healing that takes place. That process is the process that most people avoid, but that's where the healing comes in, because the events that we face in the form of challenges are actually not coincidence. So I'm gonna go, but I just wanted to share that. There's just a lot of intensity, and please do send prayers for us. If anybody's watched these videos, like, you know, I really, on a regular basis, I'm always sending out love and hope and good vibes for anybody who may come in contact with my energy on the channel. There's no shortage of being able to wish well upon others or just send out the optimism. And it's such, you know, I need to be able to take my own advice. It's fascinating because, like, the minute I hear that something's wrong with him, I'm like, he's gonna die, you know, but that doesn't serve me. It's just ironic, right? So many things about this that are ironic. But I was talking about not making mountains out of molehills and all that. And it's like, that really is the way. It's harder for me when my emotions are involved, but that's what I'm doing. I trust that he will be okay. A dog can live with diabetes. I'm going to have to be able to adjust his care and figure out how to stabilize him over the next few months. But for some reason, this is what is happening, and I will manage it. And I'm just imparting it as a way of, well, it's a call for prayer. If anybody has the time, please do just send us the good vibes and contribute to the optimism of this situation turning around for myself and my dog, because he's sort of like an inception, one of those spinning tops. Like, he tethers me to all the things in the world that are right and good. And here's another thing, simply because I've been going through grief in a new way with the loss of my grandfather. If my dog were to pass away, I would still be able to be uplifted on a regular basis by him because of how much he has influenced me. The dog is, I was telling my friend the other day, you know, saying things out loud. I'm always talking to myself, I'm always talking to the dog. I tell the pets every day, like, how did I get so lucky? How did I get so lucky to have you? I don't know, but I won't question it, because it's a blessing. And they're so high vibrational, the pets. You know, when I speak to the pets, it's connecting with something outside of myself that is an elevation to the vibration. And regardless, like, I'm always confronted with the dog's mortality. He's 8 years old. This continues to happen more and more with an aging dog. But it's a reminder that the impact he's had on me, my soul, my life, my energy, nobody can take that away. When the dog chooses to exit the physical plane, his impact is still been made on me and on many others. And his energy, this is the thing that I'm feeling with my grandfather too. The energy of someone that you love who leaves you is that the energy can never leave you. And that's how we remain whole, even when we go through these transits of life that can be a little bit more harrowing and sad. All right. Game face. Time to go do this. Hope everybody's well.